to that golden era of hip hop, to the like native tongues, you know, that era that actually spoke to humanity, to spirituality.
No.
And you know, I'll admit I was scared to hear this.
We will not have a return to that consciousness because it is not profitable. When that was done, they were selling albums, they were selling records, and CDs had barely come into being. They were selling cassettes, and there was a profit margin in there, so they could be conscious and sustain themselves and not have to do 500 concerts a year. So they had some source of revenue. That has been diluted. Also, when the X-Clan or Tribe Called Quest or De La Soul or Latifah or 100 other people, Poor Righteous Teachers or Big Daddy Kane, when they dropped Science, Public Enemy, they understood that they had a very clear and concise message, and they shared that message. And what happened, now you have the internet, and you have endless streams of information. Back then, you had an album, you could listen to it all week. Now there's just blah, blah, blah in your head. It's like machine gun bullets. That's why they have Facebook. That's why they have all this stuff. Don't think they gave it to you for free for no reason. Why do you think they have free pornography? Why do you think they have free anything? They're not giving you jack shit in this world for free, unless it's to dumb you down, to divide you, and to make you so fragmented with all that information and all that music and all that stuff that your head is like a great big guava jelly. So because of that, we will never have that conscious. We will have conscious people, but they will not have an arena. We will have a Mos Def. We will have a Brothers and Sisters. Immortal Technique comes to mind. There's a brother called Jasari Extra who did a song called Real Gangsters. And watch that movie. It shows who the real gangsters are. It's the international bankers, the people who buy a country, the people who steal a goddamn nation, the people who stole $444 billion in a month, the people that the government says is too big to fail. Do you know that they found Bank Swiss Bank, whatever, was laundering something like $800 billion of drug money, and they refused, the United States government refused to charge them because it would bring down the whole banking system? Look that up and see if I'm telling the truth. And who put crack into the West Coast and into the United States? The CIA. And that is not my opinion, okay? And people are not talking about that. We need to get back to our consciousness, and we don't need to just be educated by something on a t-shirt or something that you heard on a PE album. We need to start putting Google on hold and start doing our own research. And when you get somebody who, like this brother says, is legendary or deep, or has that experience and has the knowledge base that can go way, way hundreds of light years away from just entertainment. And one thing, I gotta diss somebody, not this brother, but I gotta diss some of those people whose names are on that thing for that gallery show. They're 40 years of hip hop. They're 40 years of shh. Some of them cats, Jonathan Mannion will never be hip hop. He couldn't be hip hop. He couldn't be hip hop if he was reborn tomorrow. Mike Schreiber, he could never be hip hop. And it's not because they're white. Henry Chalfant, Martha Cooper, and Charlie Ahern are white. And they paid their dues and they deserve to be called hip hop. Somebody like Jonathan Mannion, after I take a machete and clear the bushes and get rid of lions and tigers and bears, and you come up here and you're hip hop, I don't think so.
Wait, can you expand on that?
Absolutely. I paid my dues. I taught, I built, I worked with the Nation of Islam, I worked with Zulu, I worked with everybody. I fed. We went on street corners and told the drug dealers, take your asses out of here, or else. Blah. And then there were no more drug dealers on that corner. And the grandmother could go to church or go to school, and the kids could play, and the mothers and fathers could go to work. So I earned my right to be called a hip-hop photographer. You don't just come and kiss some ass and get in with a record label, and then, you know, because you were real, you were educated, and 30 years after all the bushes are cleared, then suddenly you're hip hop. Well, you got to go through me before you can call you. You could be a good rap photographer, goddamn straight, but you can't be hip hop, and you can't call yourself hip hop, especially if you got cream around your mouth from kissing certain things. All right.